We have been in a fog, and as we've emerged, receded the world have been pushed to the brink. And so have you. I'm Dr. David Orrs, I'm the Dr. DeFi, and I invite you in a double major education, one of health, one of wealth, and how the two interact. So I am reflecting further after attending the Advanced Medicine Conference yesterday. Quite an inspiring group of people, really great to go there, just like this place. I find that this is a wonderful place for me to recharge, a wonderful place for me to connect and to get inspired. It's almost like, you get seeds of consciousness that sort of infiltrate at unpredictable moments, and these allow you to shine in ways, in limitless ways, in your personal life and in your business. And that's why I come to places like this, that's why I attend conferences, and that's basically why I started this YouTube channel, is to instill some of these, or instigate some of these to happen in your own life. Sometimes not immediately after I say anything, but it just gets the wheels turning. And when there's motion, there's always growth and strengthening. It got me to thinking a little bit about the crypto space, in particular the financial space of the blockchain, and how else you can approach that. I've talked about your crypto personality, your comfort level, who you are as a person, and how that might relate to your integration into this space if you're unsure how to proceed. The other way to look at this is through what's called sector investing. So of course this also happens in the real world. There are financial sectors. So we just extend that idea to the crypto space. And so I've sort of broken it down into a few sectors. The first one is the Bitcoin sector. So I include Bitcoin here almost all on its own with the brackets or parentheses of Ethereum. And in this sector, you find a representation of value. You find a representation of holding an asset. And it's somewhat reminiscent of being secure, somewhat reminiscent of like a vault where you hold something of value. And this, of course, would fit very well with any conservative aspect of your outlook and your plan. And yes, I do realize the crypto space is volatile, but I think if you look in terms of sector, you can eliminate the idea of volatility, asset value, and sort of ticker prices day in and day out. Because the space itself is staying, the utility and the uses of the space is not going away. And in the long term, finding one of these sectors that sort of jibes with you would be quite a benefit to you. The second sector that I think about are what's called the stable coins. So here I think that this sector represents planning, long-term future vision, because if you own a stable coin, as the name implies, it's quite stable. If you do your research correctly, we have seen, of course, in the crypto space, that certain algorithmic stable coins, which is a subset, it's not necessarily pegged directly to a physical asset in the real world. Those subsets can be quite volatile. But these other ones are not so much, because they are backed by actual physical assets in the real world on a one-to-one. So if you're a planner, if you're a pragmatic person, this is a sector that might really interest you, and you can just start off in this sector. Now, although it doesn't really give you a lot of yield, although there are platforms where you might be able to earn some yield, but on its own maybe not, it is a way just to get in, to get your feet wet, and as you're in this space, you can sort of push the envelope a little bit from your pragmatism and see what you can maybe do with these stable coins. But nonetheless, you're in. The other sector then becomes the NFT. And I think that this is more of a catch-all sector. I think a lot of people fit in this space, and it might actually be the way the masses actually adopt the blockchain and the crypto space and the metaverse, because you don't have to have a lot of prior training to have an appreciation for what the NFT world offers. At its base, or the way it's been done first and foremost, is more artistic, actual visual arts, but that is going to expand into the performing arts as well. But then we can get into the functionality of NFTs and what that means for business interests. And the wellness industry, for instance, the sort of insurance industry, the documentation type of industries. There's something there for everyone, but at the very base, it sort of tugs on your appreciation of art, and that is a wonderful way to get into this space. So that's that sector. And then we have the sector of what's called altcoins. So the coins that represent projects that are newer. These coins are a lot more volatile, and this is for the adventurous side of people. This is for the people who really do want to have a hand at the nitty-gritty of what this space can be, the analysis of it all, the charts, the graphs. Some people are quite attuned to that kind of thing, and are looking for that kind of a challenge. And so this is the sector for them. So I hope that's helpful. It's easy enough to point out examples in each of these and make suggestions as to what a specific product in each of these would be, and to show some gains or some losses or whatever else. There's a lot of people out there doing that, and I don't want to reinvent the wheel. More important is to get that seed implanted in you, that little instigatory nudge that, if not during this video, maybe after a sleep or in a dream or after hearing a serendipitous conversation that's almost seemingly unrelated, some aha moment happens with you. And if that happens, then I've accomplished my task, because this space is not going away. It's the future, and when you do adopt it in a way that suits you, it will serve you, and then you can grow and up-level yourself and guide it in all of its limitless potential. Catch you on the next video.